Hey there, Salina here, and this video is going to be about standing up for what you believe in or why you should stand up for what you believe in, and there's going to be a poem at the end. So before I get started, if you hear a baby or if you hear a lady talking, it is my mother and my son over there. And there's like this fuzziness right here. I can't get rid of it, but whatever. The poem that I'm going to share, I wrote like all the way back in February, and it's like the middle of April, and I'm just now like getting the guts to share it. The reason why I'm sharing it is because I need to, or I feel this need to like kind of stand up for what I believe in. What I notice is like with a lot of groups, a lot of times the most outspoken and heard people are the most like radical people of that group, and because of that a lot of people don't want to be associated with those people or with that group. Like, of course, a lot of people don't like labels, but sometimes that may be the reason why, and it's one of the reasons why a group of people that I will be joining soon, I didn't want to be a part of that group. I didn't want that label. Some people even call them a cult. They're not, but because of the most outspoken and most heard people, they're, you know, the most radical ones, and that's why people can think of them the way they are. But with these groups, the only way that we are going to be able to change the perception of them is if the not so outspoken people come out and say something. And you don't have to like say, oh, I'm not like that, I'm against that. Just, you know, say your beliefs and things like that. And it could be, there are tons of groups like this. So there's veganism, there's Christianity, Islam, atheists, feminists. In all these groups, a lot of times the most outspoken people are the most radical people, and everyone, even the people in these groups, look at these people like they're crazy, and they kind of probably are. So the only way to change the perception is if the other people who aren't so radical do come out and say, they don't have to say, but just show we're not all like that. And that is kind of the purpose of this video, the purpose of my poem, and to change the perception of some of the labels that I technically have. I just don't say that I have, and a lot of times it's out of fear of what other people would think of me, because anyone who knows me knows that I'm a good person. But as soon as I put this label on, I'm automatically a bad person, or I'm automatically like them, and that's not necessarily true. So he's going to join me, and I'm going to share the poem. Have no idea what the poem is even called. I'm trying not to look at it too much because this is spur of the moment, because as I've said, I was scared to share this because I don't want to look like a bad person, even though I'm not a bad person, but labels, negative things associated with certain labels, people may think like I'm a bad person or whatever. So in order for me to change that, or to help change these negative connotations, I have to share this stuff. And then with this channel, I want to be as real as possible, and I feel like that means sharing this stuff. He's fussy, he's getting a tooth, so he's kind of all over the place. I'm gonna try not to look at this because it's been a minute since I've even looked at the poem, but we'll see how this goes. How can I teach my son to be true to himself when I'm not being true to me? After years of hiding behind people's assumptions and opinions, I'm finally ready to set myself free. Free from the fear of ridicule, backlash, and alienation. It is time that I show you me, because I am that person that everyone is afraid to be. So yes, I am that person that chooses to breastfeed my child past 1 and past 2, because breast milk is for humans and cow's milk is for cows. And yes, I am that person who lacks any beliefs in this God or gods you speak of. That just isn't for me. So yes, I am that person that will raise my child in ways you do not agree, because I am his mother and my opinion is what matters. You see, I am that person that stands out in the crowd. Wild hair and funky style and that crazy kind of smile. And yes, I am that person that stands up for women's rights, but we can't forget about men's too, because equality means changing some of our views. So yes, I am that person that is different from you. And all I ask is that you respect me as I respect you. And that is the poem, and I will come back and, or maybe he's doing his sign for milk. Some of the things that I want to elaborate on, if you didn't catch it in the poem, I will breastfeed him past 1 and I will breastfeed him past 2, whether or not you agree with it. It's what I feel like is best for my son, and I will not be giving him cow's milk because he is not a baby cow. He's a human.
Looking like a baby cow.
And then the next thing is a big thing, and it's a huge thing because most of the people that I know, the vast majority of the people that I know, are religious. But yes, I am an atheist. I do not believe in God. And that's not something I will go more into in this video, but I don't believe in God. But I will say, I've been like this for a few years. That has been my belief for a few years, and I've been respectful towards everyone. When you tell me to pray, when you say that you're praying for me, I say thank you. I've been respectful. So all that I ask is that you respect me and my beliefs, even if you don't agree with it. You call me crazy, I don't care. I guess I'm not gonna say I guess. This is one that I've struggled with. I'm okay with being an atheist, but I've struggled with calling myself a feminist because some of them girls is crazy, especially in what they believe in. But I am a feminist, but it's not just about women, it's about men too, because like suicide rates are higher among men, and it's because of a lot of the stresses that are put on them from society, and things like that need to change. And then the last thing, so in the beginning of the video, the group of people that I was talking about that some people do consider to be a cult, and that a lot of people think that they're crazy, and that is veganism. A lot of the people that are vegans, or the ones that people see the most of or hear about in the news, they're kind of the more radical ones. And when I do turn to veganism, I'm not going to be like that. And I do want people to see that not all vegans are like that. Not all atheists are bad. We don't eat babies. Not all feminists are against video games and big booby girls in anime. So that's just really what I'm doing, and that's what I want you guys to do watching this video. Whatever it is, don't be afraid to stand up for it or to take on that label simply because the most radical people in that group are the kind of crazy ones. Just stand up for what you believe in. Like, get it out there. And even if you are one of the crazy ones, go ahead and, you know, do you. Don't care about what people think. And that's something that I'm working on, not caring about what people think of me. A lot of these things, it's more than about what people think of me. And yeah, I'm striving to change it, and you should too. You should stand up for what you believe in, and you should, you know, strive to be you. And that is it for this video. New video every Sunday and every Wednesday, and until next time, deuces.